G'day lads, my name's Jamin. Welcome to our Rad Dads and Lads event. Tonight's event is all about being the best raddest dad or lad you can be. What does that mean? For a lot of us, we're probably out there doing the daily grind in our whatever job we've got going, or if we're out doing the things we love. Sometimes some of us aren't really doing the things we love. We're just out there doing a job that is paying the bills. We're out there being the bread makers for a lot of us for our partners. And there's a lot of different expectations on us all to be the best man, to perform, to be that person. And some of us love what we're doing, and some of us are just surviving and getting by. And I think there's a lot more to life than just that. I know for myself, I'm a boat builder by trade, and I love that. I'm passionate about that. I've been in the marine industry a long time, but I always knew there's something else out there that I just wasn't fulfilled. I was done working for somebody else, like being set hours and, being a set wage. It's just frustrating. It's like a never-ending cycle, and it can cause a lot of stresses. And for me, there were certain circumstances that happened in my life that put me on my ass, literally, from an accident and that kind of thing. And, it really put a few setbacks, and it got me thinking when I was out on my ass and injured for a while, about other fellas' lifestyles and what happens with them and what goes on in their mind, because I see it all the time in most fellas' jobs. They are stressed out, or they're stuck at work. Anyone that's done any FIFO work will know that away from family and friends for a long time can be really debilitating. And there's a lot of guys out there with some stressed out things going on in their life, and they don't really talk about it. And there's a lot of mental illness out there, and stresses and ailments can be caused from all kinds of different things. And I noticed that health is a big issue for a lot of fellas, especially most blokes think that they eat quite healthy. I thought I did. We're all told to, eat the 5 and 2 and all that kind of thing. And for a lot of us, we're out there working our ass off and probably not getting the best nutrition possible in our diet. I see people out there sick with all kinds of things, and hearing lots of stories about people with different ailments that are going on, and illnesses. Most people know somebody who's had cancer or diabetes or heart condition, high blood pressure. I mean, just driving down the highway makes your blood boil sometimes if you're stuck in traffic for hours on end. I know I had to commute quite a lot, and probably a lot of you on the line have had to do it at some stage or another, or do it every day. And it's really not exactly the ideal of fun. And you've got a family to come home to and feed, and then, you're buggered at night, and the missus wants you to do everything. And it just doesn't work out. And I see a lot of trends going on these days with things that are happening online as well. There's a lot of businesses online. There's a lot of social media. And so tonight, Rad Dads and Lads is about leveraging how we can get the most out of life and bring about some health and healing into our lives, and learn about how we can get the message out there. And so we've come up with an amazing product and a program that can really help that, and give other fellas out there another lease on life and a way of doing things a little bit different. So I'm going to hand it over to my main man, Dion, who's going to give us a bit of a rundown on what it is I'm actually talking about. Mate, you are unmuted and ready to go, mate. We'd love to hear what's happening and going on.
Alrighty, thanks, Jamin. G'day, everyone. Welcome to Rad Dads and Lads. So, as Jamin said, we're just a bunch of guys who we sort of think we've found a better way. We've got a product and a program that, relieves stress. There's an amazing business that goes with it that frees up your lifestyle. But I'm here to talk about the products that are our key nutritional in with our program. And as guys, we know we should be living a healthy life, and we literally don't these days. You know, there's always a gap between what we're doing and what we actually should be doing. And even when we when we do eat well, it's not every single day. And you know, the food we're eating now, it's old, it's stored, it's genetically modified, it's sprayed with so much crap that you know, it's literally a non-food by the time it goes into your body. And because of that, we're not getting the nutrients that we need. And because of that, we're now told by leading health organisations that we need 9 to 13 serves of fruit and veg every day now to meet optimal nutrition, given how nutrient depleted our soils and everything are, and also to keep disease away. And you know, I've kind of been knocked down, like Jamin's been knocked down by injury. I've been knocked down by disease. I had a few years of severe chronic fatigue syndrome. At the worst of that was literally a year in bed with, you know, I was crawling from my bed to the toilet and back. That was a good day for me. And that was a freaked out place. Like before that, I was eating badly. I was, you know, stressed out, caffeine fiend, and just literally not looking after myself. And, you know, so that's what that did to me. And it took a lot of work to rebuild my life from there. And since then, I've kind of been on this quest for wellness and to share that sort of journey with others. And another motivation, you know, Jamin also mentioned we've all lost people we love to illness and that sort of thing. I lost my best mate last year to, he had 3 forms of cancer, and he was an unhealthy dude. Like, he was 120 kilos and lived on service station sausage rolls, and you know, he was just not in a good place, and he was taken by something that I believe is entirely preventable. So anyway, quest for health and wellness, and that's why we're all here today, because we all want to live long, healthy, amazing lives for ourselves and for our loved ones and for our kids. So this year in January, I was introduced to this amazing product, which it literally floods the body with the cellular nutrition that it needs to thrive in today's society. And quite literally, it's 30 serves of fruit, veggies and berries in a vegan capsule. So this is our product. So you got your fruit blend, your veggie blend and your berry blend. And it's literally 100% beyond organic whole foods. There's no synthetics. It's absorbed into the bloodstream within 3 to 5 minutes. The whole foods that go into these are grown in 10 metres of the world's most volcanic rich topsoil all around the world. So it's literally packed with all the nutrients that we need and are missing out on these days with supermarket fruit and veg. It's picked at the peak of ripeness. It's juiced whole, and then the moisture is removed, and they're encapsulated within 6 to 10 hours of harvest. So all the live enzymes are maintained. The product is tested for over 300 different contaminants like molds and pesticides, and it's tested 3 separate times. And in the 27-year history of the company, not one batch has been rejected. They will literally reject an entire batch if they find one contaminant. And so, you know, the quality control with this company is just incredible. So as I said, they heal on a cellular level, and I mentioned briefly my journey through CFS and my recovery from that. And, you know, we'll try and share these products with people, and people say, oh, I already take vitamins and supplements. And the thing is, I was taking this every single day. Like, I'd pull this out of my cupboard 3 times a day, and that's what was keeping me afloat every day. And that was still, you know, at Christmas time, just gone. Even though I'd healed my life from chronic fatigue syndrome, I was still taking so many different immune boosters and energy supplements just to keep myself level. It wasn't funny. And within 3 months, I've knocked out pretty much all of that except a B12 supplement. And I'm now just taking Juice Plus. And so that's what it does. You know, the body gets what it needs, heals on a cellular level, packed with whole foods. And the coolest thing is, anyone who eats fruit and veggies can literally eat Juice Plus products. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh, what might be in that, or what might interact with whatever prescription medication you happen to be on, or whatever. And that's what makes it so amazing for kids too, because kids can eat these products as well. And we actually give our products free for kids. So that's the fruit and veggie product, and it's just combined into a chewy form for the kids. And so, you know, my girls, they leave the house every day they've got 17 serves of fruit and veggies in them on their way to school. And, you know, whose kids eat kale and spinach and pumpkin powder and that sort of thing every day? Like, mine certainly don't. So it's just amazing. I've noticed a change in my girls. They're no longer craving sugar, craving bad foods. Their palates have literally changed. My youngest daughter, who's 14, has announced last week she's decided to go vegetarian. So, you know, I'm supportive of that. I don't know if it's a fad or how long it will last, but it's just testament to, you know, 6 to 8 months chewing on these every day. She's completely changed her body, and with the tribal wellness program and everything, she's educated now about what she's actually feeding her body with, and it's so awesome. So our other product that we have there, that covers your micronutrients in your diet. So we've got your macronutrients. So these are our vegan protein shakes, and I've only got chocolate ones left at the moment, but they do come in chocolate and vanilla. And these are just amazing. There's no fillers, there's no binders, there's no crap like you find in your traditional protein powders. There's no fartiness that comes with your whey powders, as I'm sure we're all sort of familiar with that. They're awesome for pre and post workout. There's like 14 grams of protein in every sachet. They're packed with fiber. But as well as that, they're full of superfoods. You know, they've got things like organic amaranth, quinoa, pumpkin powder, pea protein, alfalfa sprouts. So they're also packed with all these extra nutrients and superfoods as well. And so, yeah, it's an awesome product. It's an awesome program. You're filling your body with what it needs, and as a result, it functions as it should. So we all get to live healthy lives filled with vitality. And so, yeah, I'm not the only one with an awesome story surrounding this product. You'll hear from some amazing people tonight. And one of those people is Chris. I think we're going over to Chris now to share his story about the product. So thanks for listening.
Yeah, mate. Cheers, Dion. Thanks for that. It's incredible how, you know, the body has an innate way of healing, given it the right goodness. Most of us think that we're healthy, and if we had to add a bit of extra goodness in our body every day and give you that vitality is freaking amazing. Mate, we'd love to hear your story, Chris. You got another amazing story. You're on, man.
Thank you.
There we go.
Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Great. Thanks. Yeah. I came onto the product slightly different direction. My son was eating lots of salt, and this was observed by a good friend of mine, and she was studying nutrition. So she went off and did some research and sent us a couple of articles and videos about why kids eat so much salt. So he was obviously missing a lot of nutrients, that his body was craving something. Like, he would literally eat flaked salt, good like Murray River salt, just in piles and lick it all the time. And he would eat Vegemite, olives, frozen raspberries. So it's obviously his body was craving something. So one day she comes in, drops a box of this Juice Plus chewables on the table and says, "Here, give Chris Jr. A couple of these every day, 2 of each, the vegetables and the fruit, and you have to fill in a survey every couple of months for a children's health study." And we went, okay, sure. Well, he's been taking that stuff for 10 months, and his eating habits have changed dramatically. He's still fussy. He's a very fussy eater, but he won't eat takeaway food. He's not interested. He's interested in good, like, barbecue chicken and stuff, but won't eat McDonald's, won't eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, not interested in Domino's Pizza or anything like that. Lollies, forget it. So I'm standing back as a father thinking, wow, it's a big change in him. So eventually I purchased my product. So I've got the fruit, veg and the berry capsules, and I'm taking 2 of each a day. And within a couple of weeks, I stopped drinking instant coffee. I stopped eating rubbish, like not even enjoying ice cream in the evening. I'd rather have an apple or a banana. It's really strange, you know. wouldn't eat chocolate. I used to teach, and in the evening I would have like a coffee and then a chocolate bar. Forget that. After a few weeks, I'm having like apples and bananas and whatever else natural that I can get into my gob, because I'm just craving this good natural food, and I'm drinking a whole lot more water. So forget soft drinks; they're gone off the scale. They're gone. So this stuff has been really gradual. It's been amazing. I'm actually still blown away by the effect it's had on me. I feel better. I feel better about myself. I feel healthier. I've got a lot more energy. I'm walking everywhere. Many, many times I say, I'm not going to take the car. I'll just walk. So 25 minutes, go for a walk to the shops or whatever. And I'm even so far to say that I'm taking on warrior fitness classes. Now, that's bloody hard after 20 or so years of serious exercise. I think the last time I seriously exercised was when I was playing first grade soccer in high school. And I thought I was fit because I grew up on a farm and whatever. But I tell you, warrior fitness classes, they sort the men out from the boys. And I'm down here. But I'll tell you, I'm really enjoying the challenge of getting fit again. I've survived 4 fitness classes and 1 boxing class. And that's simply because of the energy that I have by taking this product. And I couldn't put it on in any other way. I'm eating healthier. I feel better. And I myself have got into the business, but I'm sure some of the guys will talk about the business later. But seriously, I get up in the morning and I think, great, let's get on the day. I'm like, how does that happen at my age? I'm in my 40s. So I just wanted to say thanks for letting me share that story. The products, well, I think they just work. And every time I come to one of these events, I listen to more and more amazing stories. And thank you for letting me share that with you.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for sharing. I love hearing that story, and it blows me out as well, hearing about how your kid is making better choices, your boy, and yourself, how much more energy you've got. It is really simply amazing, and it is just so simple. Fruit, veg, and berries. Who'd have thought? We're all told to eat more of them, and none of us eat nearly enough every day. And just getting that extra goodness can make a huge difference. So we're going to change it up a bit, switch gears, and learn a little bit about the business side of things and how we can actually get this awesome products out to more people and more families, and educate people more on health and what the program's about. I'm going to hand it over to my main man, Josh. He's going to give us a rundown on what it's all about. Mate, you are unmuted and ready to go.
Hey, how you doing, guys? My name's Josh. I'm going to go over the business model which we use within this and how it differentiates from the normal style business that we're all used to and accustomed to. The majority of us on this line, or if you're watching it, we all went to school and we were given basically 3 options of work to go to, and that was either you get a trade, you go to university, or you get out of school and just figure it out and become a trolley boy or whatever it is. And at the end of the day, we were funneled into a system. It's a proven model that works, but basically we get pinpointed into the system where we have to work for someone for the rest of our lives and work on their dreams. And what I mean by that, so basically the traditional business model is shaped like this, and we have a CEO at the top. I don't know if you can see that all right. And that's the guy who basically shot calls his business. So you come out of university or you come out of your trade, and you generally will start off down at the bottom, or if you come out of uni, you might come in at a workers level. For me, I was a carpenter. I chose the trade, and I started off down here on $6.50 an hour. And when I first started that, I was told if you work for $6.50 an hour, buy $365 worth of tools. For the next 4 years, you'll come out and be on this level and get your $30 an hour. And because that's all I knew, I thought, yep, let's do this. Thought that was pretty exciting. I came out and became that guy. Now, like all of us, it's never enough. Whatever you're getting paid at that level of life, you're always like, I need more, I want more. I don't want to work more, but I need more money. And the only way to get more money is if you work your way up the ladder, whatever industry you're in. There's always a ladder, a corporate ladder you've got to get to. One of the things that sucks about it is generally you have friends at this level, and when that position becomes available, we end up fighting, or people backstab each other. It just gets a bit awkward, and you might not even get it. So your life is dictated by if this position's even available. I was fortunate enough that I was able to get up to this level and be the right-hand man of my builder boss. And even though I was at this level getting the higher amount of money, he was still kind of calling when I can and couldn't have holidays. It could be Christmas time, and I'd say, "Can I take this week off?" And he would say, "No, that doesn't really suit my schedule." So I now would have to put what I want to do on the side. And when you're a grown man and you're being told when you can and can't have holidays, or like Jamin said, when you get told to get up from your smoker or whatever it may be, it kind of hurts the pride a bit. It definitely did me anyway. So I didn't like that, wasn't happy there. Now, the only other way I could see myself getting the life I wanted at this time was if I went out and became this guy. So I went out and started my own 3 traditional businesses. So outlaid quite a significant amount of money, say 300K business package. And it seems all good and well, but the reality is it has its stresses as well. You've got to look after staff, you've got a mortgage to look out for. You become the HR manager, you become the admin person for the accountants. You just seems to be always giving the accountants documents and paying money to the government. It's quite crazy. So a lot of the things, like for me, I basically zoomed out and went, all right, am I going to be doing this for the next 5 years of my life? And if I am, where's it going to lead me to? And when I looked at it that way, I was still just going to be doing the exact same thing. So I basically was out there looking. I got talking to Anthony at a birthday party, and he explained the business model to me. And it was definitely something that sprung up got my ears to spring up. And the reason being is because of what this business model leads to. So basically, when you get started, you pay $165. And what that gets you is your online franchise. So this is not a job. You're not working for someone else. This is your own personal franchise. You pay $165. We have the system in place. Whenever you buy, like anyone who buys a Domino's, KFC, whatever sort of franchise you buy, there's always a plan in place, a proven model that works. That's why they franchise it out. With this, it's only $165, which is a lot cheaper than what I paid up here for my traditional business. We basically, when you get started, we will teach you and map out exactly what you want. So if you have a certain goal, we will help you get that goal. The only way you can do well in this business, there's way off track then. Like here, you've got levels. Down here, we have levels as well, which we'll talk about later. And the objective here is to get to the top here called NMD, which you'll learn about later. But when you're up there, depending how your business is structured, you'll be getting about an 80,000K residual a year. When you're up here, you're kind of on a set wage, like it's a salary. There's your 50,000 for the year, 80,000, whatever it may be. Down here, it's uncapped. So it depends on how hard you work and how hard you want to go. You can just keep earning and earning and earning. You could work your ass off up here, and it doesn't change a thing with how much you earn. And that's one thing I loved about this. The other thing is, to get to this position, the only way I can do well or you can do well or whoever jumps on board is by helping someone else do well. And that's something I loved about the culture within this company is just helping people. And that's something I hold value in my life. And to help other people succeed in whatever it might be their health goals and or financial goals, that really, at the end of the day, that's what sits well with me. So I really love the whole business model. And like I said, it's a platform for you to make money. That's all it is. $165 give you an online platform, your own franchise, and you go as hard as you want. And I love that. So it's pretty straightforward. Next thing is a few misconceptions I had when I first started was time. Time's a big factor in the majority of everyone's lives. we go to work, we've got kids, we've got family, you might have sports, whatever it may be. I very soon realized, though, if I didn't change what I was doing just with my time, then I was still going to be in that same position that I was just talking about. So time all of a sudden was not a factor because I put a priority on this business because I saw the value in it. So I ticked that off my list. The next one was I didn't want to be a salesman. I'm probably the worst salesman ever out there. And if I can do this, anyone can. We will teach you exactly how not to be a salesman because we don't want you to do that. We're actually professional information sharers or link sharers is what I like to call it. So that way we don't have to sell it. We just go, if you want to know more, here's a link, watch this. Pretty straightforward. The other one was I didn't know enough people. What's cool is we'll teach you how to grow your network. And unless you're going to sit at home and hide in your cupboard, it's pretty impossible not to meet new people. And all of a sudden, when you have purpose to talk to people, your network grows quite significantly. And when you have something to offer people, it's amazing how quickly your network can grow as well. The other one was when you first get started, I was kind of like, all right, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm all ears. Let's do this. I was able to be taught straight away. There's the system, like I said, like it's almost like a manual that you can follow step by step. And then not only that, you also have a mentor who's going to help you succeed. So to know, you could be a doctor, you could be a supervisor, you could be an at-home mom, you could be an at-home dad, trade. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't need to know that. And we basically earn while we learn. And that's what's really cool about this business. So the other thing we like to say is it's not how you would do this because that's all taken care of. It's a proven model. It's more about why would you do this? If you want to be stuck doing your trade job for until you're 50, 60 years old, great, do that. But for me, that was not what I wanted. And I had a strong why. I wanted to see my kids more. I wanted to travel. I wanted to have a business where I can work from where I want, when I want. And that's why this business made sense. So it's pretty cool. So guys, take a good look at it, get all your questions answered, and Jamin's going to teach us about how we get paid, I think.
Yeah, mate. Thanks, Josh. That's awesome, mate. It's pretty amazing how it all works. It really blew my mind when I just saw how simple it was and how differently I'd been doing business for so long. Mate, we're going to hear from Jonathan. He's going to give us a rundown on how we get paid. Mate, you just give us a wave there. I can see you somewhere. There you are, mate. Cool. Yeah, you are unmuted, ready to roll, mate. Let's hear it.
All right. Well, thanks for inviting me on, Jamin. It's great to be here for the second time. And my name's Jono, and I'm down in Melbourne. I've been on Juice Plus for about 18 months, and I've been in the business for a little bit over a year, and things starting to happen, which is great. So I'm going to talk to you guys about a bit about how we get paid. And there are actually three ways. Here's one I prepared earlier. All right, so I've got my little board. So most of you will know conventional business, you get paid a wage. And pretty much that's it. I'm in the Navy and I get paid my normal wage for the rank I'm at. And pretty much the only time I get any extra money is if I go to sea, you get seagoing pay. But then obviously that's a pretty poor consolation from being away from your family for up to 6 to 8 months at a time. So, you're not getting something for nothing. And it's the same with business. You might get a bonus every once in a while, but they're few and far between. With Juice Plus and the business, we get paid in three ways. And the first is retail profit. Now, this is like the basic, standard format. Everyone gets paid retail profit. And in essence, the retail profit is the difference in cash between the wholesale cost of, say, the capsules and the retail cost. So that's what you get every time you send an order out to a customer or a friend. You're getting the retail profit, that difference on the product. All right. So that's your basic. Then you've got commission, and this is where things start to get interesting because you're unlocking extra percentage of commission, and obviously as you climb up the rungs, you're unlocking more. And for a brief bit there, on several levels, you're unlocking more underneath you, and then as you get up there, SC and above, you're really starting to unlock retail commission, and that's fantastic then, because as you grow your structure, your commission increases, and it's really untapped. So as the guys were saying before, it's really up to you what you're doing and the activity and how you're growing things to start seeing the difference there. The last one, and potentially the most fun, is bonuses. Now, the business has got a pretty good structure with bonuses. Now, if you're shooting and doing well, you get paid bonuses. And I'm going to pull them up there. For example, when you're on SDVF, you hit your SDVF and you get paid a $400 bonus. Pretty good, huh? Right in your pocket. And because your mentor taught you how to get there, they get a $400 bonus. So that's awesome. Right? Does anyone know any other business that does it like that? No, pretty cool, hey? So that's one of the things I love about the business. SC, you get to SC, $600 bonus. And your mentor gets $600. Awesome. And it goes up and up. SSC, $1,200, QNMD, $1,500 for you and your mentor. So these are just the levels. So like these are the promotion levels. So, as you're climbing, you're getting higher and higher bonuses, but it's fantastic because it encourages that, growing other people, raising other people up, and being successful as a team, which is fantastic. And I think, you get pretty far up before your mentor doesn't get a bonus anymore because they're doing so well that they don't need it. But it's fantastic. So that's your 3 ways you're getting paid. You got them coming in with 3 different ways there. Nice bonuses. And as I said before, depending on how well you're growing your business, that commission is going to be coming in over the top of the retail profit, and it's totally untapped. So it's really all about what you're putting in and how you're growing things. So I'm going to pass back over to Jamin now. Thanks very much.
Nate, thanks very much, Jono. It's pretty awesome. Some good incentives there. Mate, we're going to keep carrying on and go over to my main man, Bart. He's going to give us a rundown. This guy is one of the raddest dads I know. He's out there charging it out every day and full of beans. Mate, you're ready to roll. Let's hear how this business is helping you out and what it's doing to your life and your family.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for that introduction there, Jamin. Mate, I'm honoured to be on here and talk on your awesome Rad Dads and Lads event tonight, buddy. So I'll start by introducing myself. So my name's Barton. My wife Jodie and I got into Juice Plus about 18 months ago, and we were introduced by our best friends, Brian, Fiona, and Marsh. They saw a business opportunity that could change their lives, and they wanted to extend that opportunity to us. And to be honest, I really feel like they've given us a golden ticket to a life away from the 9-to-5 grind, that relentless treadmill of, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, work. We were just over that whole deal. So sure, we were skeptical in the beginning.
Forgive me, Barton. Sorry, Barton. I don't mean to talk over you. I apologise, but could you just come a bit closer because it's very hard to hear you, mate. That's
right. Okay. Yep.
Thank you very much. Or speak a bit louder.
Yeah. Thanks. You're right. Yep. Is that any better? Is that
all good?
Okay. Cool. So my wife, she got breast cancer about 2.5 years ago, and we saw some amazing results on the product. So what we found, what we have found through the business is that the more people that we help with the business, the more success we create in our own business. And because of this, I have found a newfound passion for seeing people prosper and getting out of their financial difficulty, just like what happened to us. But what I also love about this business opportunity is that we have the ability to change other people's lives, who we meet and who we don't meet. It's a little bit like a ripple effect, because this business is in, I think, around 27 different countries around the world. So we have the ability to change a lot of people's lives around the world. Another thing I like about this business is that you can learn as you earn. I think Josh tapped in on that before. You don't need any experience in this. And Jody and I, my wife, are classic examples of that, okay? I'm just a simple plumber. And Jody was, she wasn't a simple housewife. She's an amazing housewife. But she was doing that for 10 years before we both became involved in this company. So the point is, you don't need any special skill set to bring to the table here. We were able to reach the pinnacle position in this company, and we've been able to build a sustainable business, and we did that in just 14 short months. But that business now is going to serve us for the rest of our lives. And what else is really exciting is that we are reaching our goals of having me retired from our traditional plumbing business by Christmas time this year, which is really cool. One thing I should mention is the money, because we are talking about business, and business and money go hand in hand. The money is great. There is a lot of money on the table, but that's not the most important thing for us. Okay, what we really love is the opportunities that Juice Plus has given us. We are now ticking off a lot of things on our bucket list, and to be honest, we couldn't even afford to have a bucket list before, but now we're ticking things off. So this year we've been able to tick off America. We've been able to take the kids on a holiday, and they wanted to go on a holiday on a plane, and they were super excited about that. We've been able to buy our dream car. We've bought a new Mercedes-Benz. That's been ticked off the bucket list, and we're going to be hitting Disneyland at Christmas this year, and we'll be having our first white Christmas. So there's a lot more things on our bucket list that we will be ticking off, but it's the opportunities that Juice Plus has given us we're able to do those things. So I just want to finish up by saying how grateful I am, and Jody, we're both grateful for the gift of this business opportunity. And yeah, hand on heart, guys, this opportunity has changed our lives, and I'd be so stoked if we could help change the lives of many others around us. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I really appreciate that, Jamin. Back to you, buddy.
Hey, mate, that's awesome. I love hearing your story, and yeah, to be able to retire yourself from your own business with the help of your wife and the business is awesome. And like you touched on, creating more magic moments. You're going to hear from a few more awesome lads, Rad Dads and Lads, about how it's helping them out. Recently for me, I got to go on a trip of a lifetime to the Maldives, which I've always wanted to do, on a surf sailing safari. And yeah, it was just mind blowing. And to be able to have the business and be able to still get paid while I'm away is the rarest thing. You know, you don't leave a normal job and still get paid. So that was absolutely awesome. So mate, we're going to hear about Paul. He's one of the most awesome, raddest lads I know. And a great story. So I'd love to hear, mate, how this business is helping you out and what's going on.
Cheers, Jamin. I appreciate it, buddy. And awesome to see all you rad lads and dads on here as well. I think if you're live or if you're watching this later, I think it's a big thing that you can see all the people on here and everybody's talking are exactly that. They're really good blokes. They're really good people. And that's a big thing with this community for me, getting involved. I was lucky enough to be getting into the business when they had the conference coming up in the Gold Coast this year. And I got to meet a whole bunch of you guys. And that to me really helped me understand what this is all about. Not only that, the product was awesome as well. Like Dion, I'd experienced my own bout of chronic fatigue as well. And, that's an energy battle for me, is something that reoccurs. So when I started taking the product, I basically had the most energy and consistent energy that I'd had for a very long time. And so that was, another bonus as well. I don't have to be sitting here going, well, I'm building a business on something I don't believe in. Total belief in the product. Belief in the team, and then just building this business alongside my traditional business, so that I can get to a point where I work as a PT, and I want to be going to work as a PT purely just to help people. for me, that would be the perfect thing for me, is just to have a select clientele that I work with. It is just about changing lives and that type of thing. So that way I can not have to think about working for finances in that side with the PT world. So, which is a big goal for me. And I've only been in this business for it's about 6 weeks now, but I bought my latest surfboard from my Juice Plus money. So got a nice little stick custom made for myself with my first paycheck coming through. So I'm pretty stoked to have that coming through. It's just the people, the product, the system, the support, everything about it has been a fantastic experience so far, and couldn't recommend it highly enough to anyone. And I think it's only going to be more great things to come, and really looking forward to what else I can achieve with this, and how many other more people I can help and get the word out there and change other people's lives as well. Because it's not just about the money, it's about the fact is that very few people do get enough good nutrition in their diet, and too many people are living a shit life, to put it quite frankly. And we want to change that, and that's a cool thing to do. And that's enough from me. I think that explains it pretty well. Otherwise, I will wrap it on. So we'll hand it over to Ant Galay to finish off. You there, Ant?
I am fully here.
Yeah, buddy.
Chuck me in the spotlight, Jim.
Yeah, you're good to go, mate. We can't hear you. You got to unmute yourself again.
Oh, bugger.
There you go.
I'm on.
Yeah, you're on.
Hey, guys. Anthony's my name. I was a chiropractor and an exercise physiologist. I think this is the first event I've done where I can say I was that. But, I always had a huge heart for making a difference and helping people. And so, became a chiropractor, and I really enjoyed that. I really loved making a difference in people's life, not just from a pain perspective, but also on a life perspective, and alleviating stress for people. And so, that becomes addictive. And then I was watching some dear friends of ours progress through life, and they had mentioned the Juice Plus opportunity to us about 8 years ago. And we said a loving no, that it wasn't really for us. And we went on our merry way, and I created a vision to have 100 chiropractic centres. And we got to number 5, and we were eyeball deep in stress. We're making a huge difference, but we're definitely compromising our own values of health and lifestyle and relationship. And we had 3 little kiddies who are now 5, 7, and 9. And it was my wife who said, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. And it really felt like she was abandoning me. But it was the best decision she ever made, because meantime, we were watching our friends create more and more time freedom, more and more magic moments. And so we definitely dipped the toe into this opportunity at the start. But even, with us redlining, we're literally doing 16, 18-hour days every day in our traditional business. But 15 minutes, 30 minutes here, stolen moments at the traffic lights, just doing this. And within 6 to 9 months, we sold 4 of our 5 centres. And then 2 years on, so just last month, I sold my last chiropractic centre. And that was a huge decision, because, that was really my, what I felt was my calling and my identity. But I also had a sense that there was something bigger and better out there. And I know a lot of you guys, if you're on the line or you're listening to this, you have the same sense. You have a sense that what you're doing is making ends meet. It's not bad. Like, let's be frank, we live in, most of the guys I think on the line are from Oz or a first world country. And so we've got it good. But that thought process also cuts us off from having something even better. And I think, when you see an opportunity like this, and you can't deny the stories, you can see we're all real fellas just like you who are looking for a better way. And not just for us, but for our families, because we want to provide. We want to, do things that are admirable. But there's also a little voice kind of going, I don't know, is this too good to be true? And I think that comes from that place of, we have it within our DNA for centuries now. We've been programmed to survive. And so if we're still here, our brain's just giving us a good, yes, tick, you're doing good, keep doing what you're doing. But there's another level, and it's called thriving. And I'm just pinching myself because this last month has been surreal to step away from practice, because our income has well and truly surpassed. And I just want to explain that a little bit for a second. I studied for 8 years. I had 3 degrees, and we worked full tilt for 12 years. And so after 20 years of that industry in healthcare, I kept really accurate stats on what we banked and how many people that we helped. And when I look at what we've done in the last 2 to 2.5 years through this opportunity, not just through the income that we've made, but also the number of people we've helped has surpassed that. And so you look at that 20 years compared to 2 years, and we're just babies in this. We're really just getting started. And so I want to tell you guys from the other side, this is worth it. It's worth it. It's not easy, but it's definitely simple. I mean, at the end of the day, this is work. It's talking to people, showing them a better way. If they want to give it a crack, great, link arms with them. If they don't, leave them alone. And so I think, some of the skepticisms people might have around this industry is you have to become a certain way. You have to be a certain kind of person. You have to lose friends and family. You don't. You just get to be you. You get to share your story like all the fellas have tonight. And if people resonate with it, great. But I got to tell you, there's a lot of people out there looking, and if you start connecting with them, this ride is just a lot of fun, and it's wild. So it was really cool to connect with Jamin, a couple of years back, and him give this a yes. And mate, he's always been about surf sail safaris. And for us to nick off to the Maldives on a luxury yacht for a week, and then to a surf camp, I can't even describe what that means to me. And then I had the huge blessing to fly my wife in and spend a week in a luxury overwater villa. And then I'm coming back on the plane, and if that wasn't enough, I just started crying on the plane because I've never come back from a holiday and not had to go back to work. And so, what's today? Tuesday. So I should be at work now because those were the crazy hours that I worked. And just to be sitting in my backyard with a little fire going, a couple of mates around, I may have had a beer or two, and just celebrating what this is. So I get the sense I'm starting to ramble a bit, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I'm just so pleased you guys are taking a closer look, whether it's on this or you're watching it as a recording. Get all your questions answered. Don't go in blindly. If you've got questions, get them answered, but then take this seriously would be the one tip I give you. Don't dabble in it. Don't do it as a hobby. Don't go, this is my maybe plan B. Give it your freaking all, and you'll get the results that you deserve then. And don't go it alone. What I love about this call, all the guys on this call, we're not on the same team. We're linking arms, and I love that about this community, that we can link arms and we're just there to make a difference and help each other. So, mate, I'll hand it back to you, Jamin. It's your show. And well done, buddy, for putting it together.
Thanks, mate. It was such a privilege to be able to go with you on the surf safaris to the Maldives. It's certainly enlightened my life, and to be able to see what's definitely possible, hearing some of the stories you had to tell and learning more about how it all works is just brilliant. I'm going to stop recording.